Hey, happy Friday. I'm here. And there's be 2 seconds or minutes for my phone to load because it's done. But this is Reality of Kristen Reed, You Said Your Own Podcast. Friday. No, I'm sorry. Did I say Friday? It's Wednesday. What day is it? It's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, so we're doing Real Housewives of OC, and we're talking about the reunion part 1, which was awesome. It was so good. I'm shocked. I'm really shocked. And I have notes, but they're in my phone, and they'll be out soon. So, hey, Mamir. Thanks for my notes and stuff. Hey, Terry. I'm so glad you're here. Kathy, I saw you here. Kathy was in Dana's with me this morning. Well, with everybody. People that were in Dana's chat. Yeah. Dana had a live this morning with that chick, Sarah, from wherever. Sarah from Texas, I think her name is. Sarah from Texas. Some shit like that. But she's cool. But yeah. So, yeah, oh my God, I'm so shocked at this reunion part 1. Where are you guys at? Sorry. The reunion part 1 that they gave us so much. Like, I'm starting to think, like, what, if we got all that, like, what are we getting for the rest of the season? I mean, the rest of the next 2 parts, you know what I mean? I think that Shannon handled herself well. I think that they all did, actually. I mean, especially Jen with the Ryan stuff. Like, and there's so many parts where I was, like, losing my mind. And I was like, I have so much to say. I'm so much to say, especially about Emily. Like, who do you really think you are? Like, I couldn't even, like, oh man, she was nuts. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Let me just get this. Hello. Sorry, 1 second. Uh-oh. Right there. Yeah, so I think that Emily literally, like, I think Emily went way too hard on Katie. I thought that was absolutely ridiculous. I couldn't even believe that I couldn't believe that she looked up that stuff. And being somebody who's she works for the Innocence Project, Emily does. For somebody that's working for the Innocence Project, for you to bring shit up like that, like, wow. Like, you obviously, you don't understand. Cops don't lie, or cops lie. Cops lie. That's why you're in the Innocence Project. That's why that's there. So I'm just looking for something real quick in my email. Come on, really? Oh my God, where is this? So yeah, and then the stuff about Ryan and all that crap. Like, get real, guys. I mean, I actually now believe that he didn't know what Matt was doing. And I didn't know that Matt was the one who's the bookie. I don't even know who Matt is. I thought Otani was his friend. Like, I don't know. The whole thing is, to me, I'm not worried about it. And I feel like, they need to stop worrying about it too. Like, I don't know, like, why do you bitches need to keep, like, worrying about what he's doing? They're obviously happy. And you know what? If, like, everything, like, you're literally trying to, like, yell at her for and get her to admit to, it's obviously not true. Or it's not your business. Okay. This is making me mad. Where is this at? Just for this one thing real quick. I had everything saved. Unfortunately, not. Help. Oh, I'm like losing my mind. Why is this always have to do this? It's not the one I wanted. You know what? Open, please. Just one email. I got an email that something with OC that I can't open. Oh, here it is. Okay, I got it. Okay. Boom. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, guys. No, I think that's what I wanted. Yes. Okay, I'll be right there. Why didn't I just send this out? So, also, Shannon, I feel like with Tamara, and then Tamara, she's not Shannon's friend. Why are you still trying to be Shannon's friend? Shannon should know better by now to not be your friend. Like, Shannon should never be her friend again. She wasn't her friend to begin with. And that's why I'm surprised that Tamara's like, what? You mean we were never friends? You don't think we were ever friends? No, you really weren't ever friends. The way you treated her, no, you weren't ever friends. Because if you were ever friends when she needed you at her worst, you would have been there, and you weren't. And I feel like, all right, I'm coming back now. Okay, so I said this before. If you wanted to be there for her at her worst, that's the time, or ever, that was the time to do it. Because, oh, hey, Renee, right over there. Oh shit, there's money in my mailbox. That's just money. Yeah, I don't know why Tamara thinks that they could ever be friends. See, Tamara wants to fucking do stupid shit over the season and create, like, you know, a storyline for herself or something for us to talk about. I hope I'm not frozen. Something for us to talk about. And then she wants to just, apologize for it at the reunion and make excuses, like all the excuses that she made. I'm still surprised that people aren't talking about what she did. They better bring up the autistic thing, that she was claiming she's autistic and that's why she's such a CUN tape. I didn't know that autistic people, or I'm sorry, not people on the spectrum. People on the spectrum should be upset about that because she's blaming her bad behavior on it. And that's not first of all, she's not even diagnosed with it. She just claimed to her therapist said, you guys know I'm crazy about my hair in my face. You know that, like, literally she's making up excuses for her bad behavior because she's an asshole. And all right, so let me get my notes. Oh, please comment, like, subscribe, all that great, wonderful, amazing stuff. And like it. You can't see the like button, but everybody that likes it, I get credit for the likes. Obviously, it goes towards getting paid. And yeah, so got to go to lunch. Oh, I was like, thanks for being here, bestie. Mm-hmm. Like, bestie is like his home bestie. But yeah. So, all right. So reunion. We started with Shannon and Tamara, which was ridiculous because, their outfits, they look really good. But Tamara starts yelling the second she gets in there. And we got to guys to remember something. Naked Wasted. Remember Naked Wasted? Oh, guys, thank you guys for joining Twitter and all that. Please comment, like, subscribe. And again, I'm Krista Marie, Reality Krista Marie, who's studying on podcast. I forget if I even said that. If you're here for the first time or the last time, I'm crazy. So if you want to watch the crazy live, come over here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. See how I just, like, ripped the cord? You probably just heard. You probably didn't hear it. I just ripped all the cords out. Shit just never stops. And please don't go out. Please don't go out. Okay. I ripped all the cords out. But, so, like I said, we have Tamara and Shannon in the beginning, which, Andy needs to stop trying to push them to be friends. It doesn't even make sense for them to be friends because, like I said, when you have one chance to be there for me at my worst, like if I fuck up, right, I'm a fuck up and I understand and you can tell me about it because you're my friend, but if I have like an alcohol problem or like a drug problem, like God forbid, if one of my friends ever did that to me, trust me, it was like, it wouldn't happen. Like, you wouldn't even get that. You wouldn't even be close enough to me to do that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even understand, like, Tamara's fucking brain to say, oh, we'll be friends with Shannon again. Like, we can make up, Andy. Yeah, sure, Andy, we can make up. Sure. No. Fuck no. Like, healthy boundaries would have been set a long time ago if I were her. Like, if I were Shannon, But it's like bringing that up again. It's like Shannon says, I shouldn't have to defend myself. I'm tired of defending myself. They both have their version of their friendship. And Tamara's version of the friendship is she was there for her, that she was there for her all the time. And I listened to you all day on the phone. And, oh, you were drinking in rehab. You called me from rehab and you were drinking there. It's like, shut up. What in the motherfucker is wrong with you? Seriously. Like, even if that's true, why are you saying it? Your friend has a problem, right? A self-medicating alcohol problem, right? According to you, your version of things is you were there for her after her DWI and you got mad at her and it upset you so much because you're such good friends that she didn't stop drinking. And it's like, she stopped drinking and driving. Do I think she should have stopped drinking altogether? Yeah. But the reasons that you're giving for her to not be there for her is because you were always there for her and you got sick of it. She's obviously struggling, you asshole. So, like, you're nobody's friend, Tamara, and you know this. And every time she would try to apologize, and then she would say, but, like Shannon said, if you're really sorry, there is no but. And there is no, extremely horrendous. Sorry, I'm going to see if people, is there anybody here that anybody knew? Oh, by the way, on the Who Saw You podcast side, if you hear me talking to myself, I'm talking to the live chat and you guys. So please, one person. So please also, like, 5-star rate the podcast side, please. And give me a 5-star rating. I mean, on Apple, Spotify, it's on all the podcast platforms. And like I said, if you don't want to listen to the whole episode again, you can, just hit download. It should let you rate it, or not, or just never come back again. Or like I said, you can watch the Crazy Live over here. Okay, so we get through that part. I don't know. I really feel like wasting our time. It's a waste of time talking to the two of them. I don't even think that Andy understands the gravity of what Shannon went through, or what she goes through with Tamra. I don't know how he can't, but I don't know. Let's move on to Katie and Heather, because Heather's so fucking stupid. I can't believe that she has moved to the dark side. Heather has moved to the dark side. She realized that she couldn't beat them, so she wanted to join them. And the Mean Girls Club, which is Emily of all fucking people. And then you have Gina on the other side of the couch, trying to stick up for Emily, or trying to stick up for the people that Emily is bullying, like Shannon. And it's it just doesn't make sense, these two. They don't make sense. But Katie was planning. So last we talked to Katie, she was planning for a trip to Korea to see her mom. And what she says is that her father-in-law passed away, and they had to go to wherever he was at. So they spent it, and they were going to rebook it, which they're supposed to go next month. But the problem with Heather and her is apparently Heather heard that Katie said that Heather snubbed her at Sutton's party. This is where it starts with Katie and Heather. I forgot about this part. Not only with the paparazzi stuff. The paparazzi stuff I was upset with Katie about, but Heather just won't shut the fuck up about it. But the whole snubbing of the thing, I don't think she snubbed her either. I thought Katie was being ridiculous about that. Because I think, like you said, it would be in her best interest to say hi to Katie, But for some reason, Sutton actually agreed with that too, which I don't think so. But Heather said to Katie, it was very weird, Katie. You had 3 different versions of me snubbing you. And your first version was this one, and your second version was that. And, nothing ever adds up with you, Katie. There's a story for everything. And, you absolutely, this is Heather, you absolutely have no credibility. And it's damn, really, Heather? What the fuck? Okay. And it's Katie's okay. And just to say, nothing you say adds up, and you always have a story. And it's okay. I mean, you ask her what happens, or you accuse her of something in her life, and she tells you the actual story. Yeah, she has a story for everything, because everything is I'm confused. What do you mean she has a story for everything? And don't say a made-up story, because a made-up story for everything. No, she's telling you her version of events, and they're probably true. And again, the police do lie. Emily, you're working with the Innocence Program. What do you think? Police don't lie? That's your whole job right now. It's about how police lie. Innocence Program, getting people wrongly convicted. What the hell, man? I think you've been at work too much this week, too. Telling Katie she was wrongly convicted of something, or I'm sorry, she had somebody wrongly convicted and thrown in prison. No, the guy got arrested, went to jail that day because we heard her tased or something like that. And he was released. He didn't go to prison. Stupid bitch. Jesus Christ. And you're a lawyer. Shut up. But that fight was just you said this about me and so okay, her 3 versions of events, blah, blah, blah. And then the thing with Gina. Now, yeah, do I think Gina set Katie up with this? Of course. I know that there's probably TikToks about Heather. Did Katie see them? Who knows? Gina probably at one point said, please don't tell Heather I'm the one that showed you about this or told you about this. Because obviously Gina went to Katie about it. I mean, I don't know if it was on Katie's radar to begin with. And even Andy's oh yeah, your receipts. And it's you just called some random person, and she made up some other weird reason. They showed a paparazzi pictures, and then somebody says that Disney World doesn't allow paparazzi in the park, which I understand, probably not. They have their own photographers, but again, why does it matter? If she hired professional people, I don't fucking know. I mean, maybe listen, I don't even want to talk about it because it's the dumbest argument ever. I'm more interested in the fact that she started looking shit up on Katie. So what she says to Katie, I guess I'll fast forward to the bottom part, or the part with them too. Okay. So she tells a story. So they say something about her being wrongly convicted, Heather says. All these things about Katie, no, nothing ever adds up. She had to explain why she was, didn't have custody of her son, Max. And then she had, she said because of her divorce. Now, when she left her husband, apparently, I guess there was financial abuse or something, and she had to start over. She needed help from her parents. Her parents said no, because in her culture they don't get divorced, right? So they tell her no. So she's got to do everything on her own. She ends up homeless, and because of the court date, we'll get to that part in a second, but because of her children are not having a stable home, her ex-husband took the kids. And then she got herself together a year and a half later and got her custody of her kids back. So that's amazing. Now, this is a single mom who's leaving in probably allegedly an abusive relationship. And these women are treating her like she's like some loser who like cheated on her husband or something and shouldn't have left him and deserved to be homeless or something. And like, screw her for not going to court. That's not what was calling her. Screw her for not going to court. And fighting for her kids or something, whatever. Like, it's like you people are assholes. Like, a lot of people in OC leave their husbands, you know what I mean? And a lot of them don't have money. And a lot of them probably would fall into the same. Look at where the other Bronwyn did. The Bronwyn from Beverly Hills left 7 kids. You know what I mean? Well, she did on purpose. But the whole, like, them bringing this up, okay, so just explain that. And she explains for the court date. So this guy, they say she wrongly convicted or something. Heather goes, or Emily goes, you wrongly convict somebody. And Heather's like, yeah, no, you're not credible. And it's like, holy shit, did you find this on the internet? I guess people have been talking about it, but she's like, so I was driving with my kids, and which is sad because her kids were in the car. And whether she had road rage or the other guy had rage, I'm just going to say that what her story is. Her story is that the guy all of a sudden started beeping at her and being crazy, so she pulled over so he could pass her. And then something about him blocking her in, and he was taking pictures of her on her phone, and then she tried to leave, and he blocked her in again, and then she ended up following him, or not following him. She didn't say about that. She didn't say anything about following him. That's what the police report says. She says that's not true. Never had. The police report is wrong. But this guy, so the cops come wherever they're at. I guess they're on the side of the road. I don't know. Katie had said the cops came, but she didn't really say where. Because the police report, they came to the guy's house. But anyway, so the cops come. The guy's unruly. He gets tased because he doesn't listen to the cop. And then he gets arrested, right? But he gets arrested for what he did to the cop. For unruly, or I guess like being like outrageous or being, out of line. It was a road rage thing where he said that he's tired of seeing, or so he knew somebody that died talking on their cell phone, and Katie was on her cell phone. So that's what enraged him. And it's like, you were taking pictures of her. But I mean, you got 2 white ladies yelling at a woman of color, that just is telling you that the police have lied and she didn't go to the house. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know. I just didn't I thought it was really, really fucking dirty and really fucked up to sit there and do that to her when she's new on the show. All she did was come for Heather a tiny bit. If her life wasn't exactly like what you expected it to or what you wanted to be, I mean, Christ, she left an abusive relationship. She got all her kids back. She also, her one son is still there, but she had to explain too why the one son lives there. But maybe he didn't want to leave. He didn't want to leave Marietta, Georgia, to come to LA or wherever they're at. You know what I mean? Like, that's hard on her. But you could tell she says, I've never missed a weekend with my kids. She sees her kids probably 3 or 4 times a month and they're across the country. That is a dedicated, good fucking mom. You know what I mean? Like, she probably didn't really fight her ex-husband. And she's probably easier to let her son just stay there. And these women are so fucking cruel. And I do believe she was completely set up by Gina and then left it like out to dry. Not only do we have Tamara like the whole season calling fucking Shannon an alcoholic and this and that, and knowing about how the rehab said she was, or somebody said she was drunk at rehab. I don't know, whatever that is. And then you have Katie's thing coming out. Everybody's bringing to the table about everybody else, and then it's like all we did was play together about paparazzi, and all of a sudden she's got Katie's whole fucking life story on blast, right? Katie hasn't even been here that long. Give her a chance to tell us. You know what I mean? So I was doing my hair because we had 2 shows to do, and it wasn't done. And I'm like, you know what I mean? So it's like there's that, and I can't see what you guys are saying because of my hair. Actually, I think it's better this way. But I feel like Katie didn't stand a chance at the reunion, but I think she held her in pretty much because she didn't like freak out. I would have been losing my mind because I get too activated, which I find. I've been telling Aaron that like I know I lose every time I do that. No matter what the argument is, I lose it because my hair is always in my face. I'm just kidding. Because I always get so loud and I just get so like, and it's weird because I'm not really angry. I'm just activated. I don't know. I guess I am angry. I don't know how to call it. Is that Shay? Oh, Shay's here. Hey, Shay. Let's see what we got to say about Katie. Oh my God, wasn't that horrible? Abandoning her kids. I know. Screaming at her like that. You left your kids. You got somebody wrongly convicted. That seems to be your thing. Like, whoa, bitch. What? You work for the Innocence Program and you're literally saying to her, cops don't lie. I mean, that's like outrageous, but they're wrongly convicted and she's telling them to lie. Then why are you working for the Innocence Program? Then you can say all the cops didn't lie, so they might as well just let the people stay in jail because they're considered cops too. Yeah, so Heather just was so nasty. Heather and Emily, right? Like how Emily and Heather are so fucking nasty. And of course Tamara, but Tamara's always nasty. I'm just shocked. I don't want to see Emily anymore. I think freaking Rhoc or hey Q, please go subscribe to Q's channel. Right. I mean, all right, let me ask you a question because you talk to me a lot. Am I angry? Like, when you hear me, do I sound, I guess I do sound angry. I'm just, fuck with me. It just was this hair on my face. It's like I know that I have to not get too activated and I can just talk, but I feel like the things I'm saying have to be yelled. I don't know. I feel like it's sometimes I just have to. I just have to get it out, but like maybe I should just like I don't know, guys. I just feel like that was everybody was so calm, and except Emily, and Emily's all calling everybody out, and Emily's like, "You're this and you're that." Did you see? Whenever Jen said to Emily, Shane that funds your life too, she didn't even respond. And you know where Jen got that information from? Me. I was like, make sure. I didn't tell her that. I said it a while ago. I was like, how dare her, blah blah blah. And everybody, I remember Emily telling us this though. That's where I remember it from. Emily telling us that Shane's family, our parents were rich and they paid for their life because he didn't have a job yet. He didn't have his license yet in California, the bar. And I don't think he works. I think they still fund their life. You know what I mean? But she didn't even say anything because Jen goes, fund your life, not funded your life. Oh, maybe this piece should go back. Funded your life. You know what I mean? It was like, whoa. I was like, oh, nice, Jen. I told you that. I mean, she could have got it somewhere else too, but like she probably validated it at least. But like, still, remember Emily's telling her you need to work, you need to support yourself, and you better have a backup plan. And it's like, do you and Shane have a backup plan? Hey, Bella girl, I hope I say that right. So I just feel like Jen, Jen answered the questions. I think she answered the questions correctly. I've never even really asked them about this whole situation. I think he said his lawyer said he can't talk about it. I don't know. But like, I feel like the stuff with him and Otani and his friend Matt, like if your friend's a bookie, right? And it, whatever. If he gives you money, you would assume it's his money. If he says, here, could you put this in your bank account for me? Because it's a lot of money, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, don't people ask questions when that's $16 million? Like, you're going to ask, the bank's going to ask questions about it, right? But I'm sure they probably showed proof of where the money came from. And he didn't know it wasn't Matt's money. You know what I mean? As far as he knew it was Matt's money. And what they were doing was gambling. Big fucking deal. They're allowed to gamble. And if you have a gambling problem, you go to gamble. So it's not, nobody said he didn't have a gambling problem. He just, I do believe that Ryan didn't know that it was stolen money. Just because it was $16 million and went to Ryan's account, he knew it was there. He just said, he didn't know it was stolen. So now I'm starting to remember like the story. It was the bookie, so Ryan wasn't the bookie because I'm thinking he was Otani's best friend. But so Matt was Otani's best friend, interpreter, I guess you would say. And I guess he's allegedly a bookie. And Otani was too. Not a bookie, but Otani gambled, but somehow he stole Otani's money. Yeah. And Ryan, and according to Tamara, Ryan was part of it. And Ryan's a shady dude. And he's committed all this mortgage fraud. It's like I was right about Brooks, I'll be right about him. Ryan's not denying what was in the papers. Ryan's not denying anything you're saying, bitch. Brooks denied it. So stop complaining. How dare her? I know. Did you see me and sound angry, right? I know, I do. So, Kath, remember this morning I did too on Data's Live. Did you read what I was saying? I was getting mad because we're talking about this stuff, or we're talking about like Salt Lake, and I'm like, no. And I'm like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, shit, I'm cursing. I'm sorry, guys. Like, So I just feel, Ryan doesn't have to answer to anything else. I mean, Jen doesn't have to answer for Ryan either. I would have just said, you know what, mind your business. You already said it's the FBI, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, what did you guys think about this season now? Let me see what you guys think about the season overall. Like, what's your rating for the season? And then tell me who's your favorite and who's your high, who's your like rose and your thorn of the season. Okay. We'll do rose and thorn, like who's your favorite of the season and all that crap. But because I'm curious, I'm gonna rate this whole season an 8, actually. Like, I feel like we're back. Like, we're back. As much as I can't stand Tamra being there, she can go. I think we'd be fine without her, but I feel like we can make a good show. We just got to get the toxicity out there. And I think fucking Heather ruined it for me. Like, Heather, I thought was good until she turned on people and decided to join them. If you can't beat them, you join them. And that's what she did. And, yeah. Yeah, her going after Katie was so sad. And, and Tamara's still going after Shannon. Like, there's no reason for you to treat me like this. Yeah. Like I said, Shannon really needed her. And it's like, you just, and if you don't want to be there for her, don't be there for her. Don't, and say that you are when you weren't. And then definitely don't go talk shit. You know what I mean? Like, definitely don't call me an alcoholic and a liar and all that shit, all kinds of things. And, all kinds of things. Like, and it's not tough love. That's toxicity. It's a toxic friendship. Tough love is like, yeah, your friend's fucked up, but you're very nice to her about it. And you're calmly telling her that literally you have to stop. Tough love is saying, if you don't do this, I'll never talk to you again. But you don't go, my friend's a fucking drunk. My friend's a liar. Like, my best friend is an alcoholic, okay? And I deal with worrying about her dying almost every day. And I know, believe me, but I have never yelled at her. Maybe I yelled at her twice. And that was just after, and this is many, 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 many years of best friends. She's like half of my soul. Her kids are I'm her baby daddy. Like, she lived next door to me for 10 years. And it's like, I worry about her constantly. And it's like, hey, Jacqueline. Hey, reality connoisseur. What's up, Miss Jacqueline? I met some people on Bravo's website yesterday too. Bravo was playing like something with the OC. And I was like, guys, we had an awesome conversation. So I don't know if that's where I met Jacqueline from, but however you found me, thank you for being here. I was just saying, I was talking about Shannon and Tamra, the way Tamra treated her. Like, and I don't think she's been her friend for years. It's been a long time. I really forgot they were friends. And Tamra thinks that Shannon, this is what Tamra says. After the show ended and I got fired, that's when Shannon started ignoring me. I was calling you, Shannon, and I needed you, Shannon. And they do that to each other. Vicky does it too. And it's like, why 9.4? Wow. I don't want to be, yeah, but I always lose the argument when I'm annoyed. Like, I was cursing this morning and Dana was getting mad about it. I could tell because I was saying the F word in her chat, but like, Oh, by the way, on Black Friday, guys, November 26th, me and Dana is our first live for Beverly Hills. So it'll be here on her channel. And yeah. So we're doing Beverly. I told you Beverly Hills. We're doing Beverly Hills, like, I guess the first episode recap, and then just to talk about fun stuff. I was like, yeah, everybody say hi to Jacqueline. Jacqueline's new. And maybe, is that Miss Jacqueline Larita? Even if it was, she wouldn't tell me. No. Hi, Jacqueline. Thanks for being here. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. I've got Heather and Katie. So let's get on to Jen and Ryan. So the other thing was them questioning Jen. Okay. Before Jen questions Emily. Jen was sitting there and Andy starts asking Jen about what was going on with her and Ryan. I'm sorry, with Ryan. And she said, everything, I knew about this 6 months before, and everything's fine. He's getting immunity, so he doesn't exactly. Now, immunity. Now, what I'm going to say with the immunity thing is not him ratting on his best friend. He probably just gave them the truth and said, I didn't know anything about this. Matt probably said, no, my friend didn't know anything about this. And immunity could be giving up like Otani or somebody else, like not just the case, not like ratting on Matt. It could be from somebody else that they know. You know what I mean? No, or is that, maybe I'm wrong? Maybe does mean for the case. But good, even if that's true, right? I'm not. You're not my friend. I don't do that. And Jen doesn't owe us any explanations either anymore after what she gave us. And I know that Andy had to bring it up because, that's his job. But he also kind of was like grilling her. And it's like, that Tamara and all of them are going after her and questioning her already. And it's like, I don't know, I guess Andy was kind of doing his job. But I like the fact too that like Shannon is Jen's friend. And she's like, she does have a job. This is her job. You know what I mean? And Shannon, she kind of was just like, hey, should they really be talking about this? And blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I feel like Shannon held her own this season. Thank God. And Jen did too. And I think that, Tamara is nobody's friend, and we know this. So it's not a secret. There is no path forward, Andy. You know what I mean? No path forward for them. I think that Tamara has run her course with all these ladies. She's already screwed every single one of them over. There's nobody left, so now she can go. She's got nobody left to be friend. Nobody wants to be her friend. You know what I mean? I can't type for shit either. I have no legs. And that was funny. Yesterday I couldn't see my Wednesday I couldn't see. What day is it? It's Friday, guys. I said happy Wednesday earlier. Did you guys correct me? I am fucking wow. So Wednesday I needed my glasses and I couldn't see. It was so bad. Okay, so let me see what you guys are telling about this because I'm passionate. I know. I always apologize to you. I'm like, I'm sorry. You guys are gonna have to tell me when we get to Salt Lake in an hour or two I'm missing something online. Okay, yeah. See, she was upset because they were trying. See, what I think is the reason she was upset is because she was like, why are you going after me for something so stupid? Like, what? Like, because she felt like you're finding anything you can to go after me. And it was like, she didn't even know that girl yet, And she realized it was a setup. Or not a setup, but like, Katie was like, this new girl, she looked at this new girl, like, this new girl's going to come after me for something that I had to fight with these ladies with about last year. So then it looks like the ladies said something about it. You know what I mean? Because Katie didn't fight with Heather about it last year. They did. And it's like, Heather's like, oh, you bitches are fucking going to come after me over that, over something that stupid. And she realized at the moment that Katie was like being, that Katie was trying to come for her. And she's like, oh, fuck this shit. That's why I think she was that mad. And I mean, if there was truth to it, I think she would just admit to it. It's such a stupid thing. You know what I mean? Like, who cares if she calls the paparazzi? Because it's faked for her kids. That's their opinion. Yeah, like button, please. It helps the algorithm. And I do have a membership, guys, but like it's so cheap. I think 99 cents. If you guys ever want to do something like that, just let me know. And if you guys are going to join it, because then I would do like members only stuff like that. I mean, I already let you guys come up here. I don't know, like how much more special I could get. How much more special can I treat you guys? I mean, you're so spoiled. Just kidding. You guys are so spoiled by me. Yes, thumbs up, please. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. It is free. I do. I mean, I get paid hopefully with the ads and all that crap. So it's like being monetized is fun. But it's like it's cool, but it's like I haven't. It's you don't make that much money, not yet. Anyway, you have to have like it's just the whole thing. Anyway, don't listen to me. Oh, check you out. Look at you, Mimir. You gotta do that. Sticker. You're so cute. I'm so blind. I can't read it. Literally, it looks like it. Yeah, it's double. Oh, and Saturday night, guys, I want you guys to go over to Sean Atwood's channel. I'm not on it Saturday, but it's the Jag and Courtney Burgess again, and there's so much more shit going on now. So it's a Diddy, you know what I mean? Like the book, she finally thinks that the book is from Kim Porter, but it's a whole thing. But go there, guys. There's gonna be so many people there. It's gonna be like round 2 of them. But yeah, I told you on Wednesday, on Friday, Good Friday, I'll be on Dana's channel. And okay, so that's Jen. So the story that she said, I told you. She told him that. What Ryan told her. And I believe that she probably has looked into it. I think that he's not lying to her. So whatever it is, he's not going to jail. And he's not going to prison. And he's going to be home with her. And that's like the most important thing. I don't think they're ever going to be apart. I think they're going to stand. I think they're going to outlast all the marriages on that show. And Jen was not going to let them like tell her otherwise. But I didn't like also Emily questioning her again. Emily's like, that's not it. That's not true. This is this and this is that. It's like, you're a housewife right now. You're not a fucking lawyer, Emily. Like, shut up. The stuff about Katie going after, like, what is wrong with these people? Like, what is wrong with her? You know, immunity is immunity, whatever. Immunity doesn't mean that he ratted on that specifically. And it couldn't even be that. It could be something completely else. Or immunity could just be like, I didn't do anything wrong, but can you just give us the bank account information here? That's it. I gave up my bank account information, so I'm not going to get in trouble. Or he gave up information. I don't know. But at this point, he's good. The live with Dana. Oh, I hope you mean live with Dana, because it was giving me anxiety too. I know Adam's live right now too. There's something going on, guys. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Something's happening. I don't know what it is. She was being extra. Like, why? It's like, I don't understand. Gina too. Like, okay, so let's talk about the whole thing. All right, we got Jen, because I love Jen. They're going to stay together. No, stand by your man. And Emily, oh, you're going to do the stand by your man thing. Really, Emily? Shut up. Oh, you're going to stand by. Why wouldn't she stand by her man? There's nothing. There's no lie here. She's not lying. And she doesn't have to tell you anything. She's telling you what she tells you. Get over it. That's the truth. And you don't have anything, like, you know, don't worry about it, Emily, because, again, your fucking family, your husband's family does fund your life. You've said that to us. I remember you clearly saying that. And it's like, and we were like, oh, cool. We love Chase. I did it. Wait. Yeah, I pulled it up. Yeah, you did it right. Yeah, I pulled it up. I said, thank you. Love you. I love that. It didn't say anything, right? Or did you have, yeah. No, there it is. See? Thank you. I know. I'm getting there. Money's getting there. She's a bitch too. Like, I don't know. Like, why? Exactly. She's on attack mode. Remember, she told Alexis she was a loser. You're just a friend of. Shut up. You don't deserve to say anything. You're just a friend of. Remember at the house when they were talking about the thing with Heather and the weight thing. Now, let me just get to that part, because I knew they didn't talk about this part, but I still believe, in my heart, I still am at the opinion that Heather did not worry about size inclusion, or worry about size inclusion with her brand. But when it came to the runway show, she said, I guess everybody's bringing this jeans, this a blazer, blah, blah, this one, and everybody bought something different. You know, just because she put Emily in jeans in the end, okay, well, it's obvious that Emily's not as skinny as Alexis. And she is the bigger girl. She's skinny, but she's the bigger girl of all of them. So if anybody was going to not want to, you know, she didn't want to make her feel uncomfortable. I don't know. But I don't even think Heather thought about that much, okay? Until it was brought up. And then when it was brought up to her, she was pissed, because she's like, what? This is a charity event. I'm not thinking about your insecurities. Your insecurities, again, are not my problem either. Because then you start to tell her about her insecurities. You know, let me just tell you how I feel, Heather. Well, Heather, like, it's not my business. How, like, I didn't do that. I didn't make you feel that way. So why are you even telling me how you feel? Because I didn't make you feel that way. I didn't do something to make you feel that way. You telling me how you felt your insecurities at my show, and you're saying you know that I didn't purposely make you feel like that, then why are you telling me about it? Just keep it to yourself. Tell everybody else. Like, why are you telling me like it's my problem? I just want you to know how I feel. Well, she didn't do it to you on purpose. She said that. She wasn't trying to make you feel heavier. She wasn't trying to not see you. And it's like, Emily has this whole thing with, oh, she doesn't see me. And she's like, what did she say too about somebody just, oh, Katie, Katie, I just feel like you're just very closed off. And just, I'd be closed off too. Look at you. I would be closed off too. Just like Brittany on Salt Lake. Don't tell them shit, because listen, they're really talking shit on you behind your back anyway, you know? So it's like, I don't know. I just feel like Emily is a gaslighter, you know, like saying to Katie, and I just couldn't believe she's like, you know, and you're just very dismissive and very not open with us. What did you want to tell? You wanted her whole life story? You wanted to know about this whole, you said she falsely imprisoned somebody. The guy got arrested on his own for something he did to the cops. The guy was let out after he literally went to the police station, and they let him out that day. He didn't get, and then on the police report, it's like nothing has to do with Katie. It's like, what? And you're digging this up, and you're a lawyer. And then you're like, well, the cops don't say that. That's not what the police report says. And Katie's like, well, cops lie. Well, she didn't say that, but cops lie. And if anybody should know that, it would be Emily, because you work for the Innocence Project. Again, you don't work You have this show. Chain does not work. You have this show. So who's funding the rest of your life? I don't know. I don't think you lived in that house that you've lived in forever with this kind of money, because you weren't making money. You already lived there. So who's paying for your life? I'm sure his fucking parents. I'm sure he has some kind of trust fund or something, which is fucking fine. Listen, Jen's fine. Like, don't worry about her life. Ryan's fine. Ryan obviously has enough money for $100,000 ring. By congratulations. But oh my God, Instagram, I forgot you guys were there. Instagram. So sorry, hold on. I feel like they're fine. And I feel like they're going to outlast probably Eddie and Tamra. Definitely outlasting Teddy and that weirdo. Listen, honey, I see you there. Listen, honey, I didn't see you over here until just now, but you're listening, honey, on Instagram, guys. If you're wondering who I'm talking to, I can't wait to talk to you. I have so much to talk to you about. I got you. Don't worry. I think you should come over to YouTube right now and jump on the live with me and talk about Housewives. Listen, honey, if you're there, all you have to do is click over to YouTube and you can come up here and have some practice. And if you want to start a podcast, I got you. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Not with me. I'm just saying. Somebody said they wanted to start a podcast, and I'm like, oh my God. And she's so into Bravo. And literally, like, I feel like she needs to put me in her suitcase sometimes because, and then she's like, dude, it's so easy. I'll help her now. I'm so excited. I'll do something like that. But I would love to help her get started. So, and I was like, yes, come over here. And I know it's last minute, but maybe I'll ask her to do it for Salt Lake. So she'll be so addicted. I think people that love talking Bravo get addicted to doing this. And I could never go to do a podcast without you guys seeing me and me showing up live. I just feel like Zach and Adam were so right about this. Like, you have to see me to know my intention or how I feel, because I'm not angry. You saw this whole time. I'm cursing about Tamra, but I'm smiling and laughing. I'm not angry. I'm just Jersey. I don't know how many times I have to say that. People are like, but you sound so angry. I know. Maybe if I said it, like, maybe if I lower my voice, I do yell. Might think, oh my God, Meredith, I might have to get hearing aids too, because I realize that, and you guys know I have such a hard time hearing when I'm on the phone together. Wait, let me make sure my volume's up. Sometimes I can't hear people that come up my panel. I'm like this, and I'm like, Krista, you're deaf. And then when I'm doing like collabs with people, I'm like, oh my God, I was yelling. Like, Danny Gossip Girl, she just put our episode out, by the way. Danny Gossip Girl just put an episode out for me and her. We filmed it recorded a couple of weeks ago. So look for that. I'll get you a link for it. Danny Gossip Girl is awesome. We had so much fun. We talked 2000s. But anyway, I'm like, I'm yelling. Bravo with Mom Without a T or whatever. I'm like, I'm fucking yelling. And she's like, maybe your hearing's going. I'm like, that would make sense. That would make sense. But I feel like Shannon has no reason to ever be friends with Tamara. Like, they were not, let's be honest, they were never friends. Shannon didn't know that. But Tamara loves to pick on Shannon. And I don't know what that is. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what is wrong with you? Why would you be best friends with somebody? And even Shannon said, even when we were friends, we weren't that close. So why the fuck were you ever friends? Why were you saying you're best friends? Why did you do Trace Amigos? I just feel like Vicky and Shannon are a lot different than Tamara. And I don't know how that friendship ever even was a thing. Tamara was like, oh, I'm the hottest housewife in OC, remember when she first came on? And she was. She's hot. She's still fucking hot. And, talking about people, like, I don't know what she was saying, like, about class or something, drinking and being classist. It's like, you take your shirt off and show your tits at 60. You are slip and slide in naked at 60. And you're acting like a full drunk. You're telling people how you saw her, you're telling people's husbands how you saw their wife's asshole when you show up to a dinner. Oh, and she was on pain meds, by the way. I told you, bitch. I told you that bitch was on something, didn't I? Did I not tell you she was on some kind of medication? I think one of you said she might still be on pain meds. And she was. She admitted to it. But that's just another excuse for her bad behavior. She's a cunt no matter what. Okay? And you know that. She knows that. She's been like that to Shannon, and nobody knows. I don't know why she wants Shannon to fail. That is sick to me. Imagine having a friend like that. I would oh my God. I am such a tough friend. I'm really am. I'm like, no, Emily's license. Shane took forever to get his license. And she works for the, wait, did somebody say she lost her license? No, she has a license. Well, Jacqueline, what'd you say? I love, and Jen was right about her. Yes, I thought so, right? I love Jen. I know. And I told her that stuff too. I was like, because like I remember when I first watched her yell at Jen, I'm like, Jen, this fucking bitch. I'm like, you better fucking, I'm like, oh, I'm like, her fucking, and I was like, her her fucking husband, whatever family goes in. I'm like, you better fucking say that. You better say that. And I thought, I forgot they still were filming the reunion. I was just like I was literally like venting. I was like, Jesus Christ, John, I can't fucking believe this bitch. Actually, I was like, Ryan, tell Jen, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So I was like, I like, how dare her? Her fucking husband's family funds it. So even if she couldn't find it on the show, I'm sure, I know I heard that. And like, she could literally just ask what the husband. I'm sure they said that. But, and it's like, Emily said nothing. She didn't even bring it up. She didn't answer it. And they didn't go to commercial or anything. They didn't cut anything out. They literally just thought, and she literally changed the subject because she knows it's true. And it's like, you fucking literally, you told her, oh, you can't live off of other people, blah, blah, blah. You need to help yourself. You have 5 kids. Wow. So, I'm sure Shane's fine. Shane will always be fine. And Ryan's fine. Okay? Like, everybody's fine. Emily, don't worry about it. You have your life. She has hers with Ryan. You guys are just jealous. Look how hot she is. And look how amazing her and Ryan are. Ryan's so in love with her. He was such a player, allegedly. And in, like, acid wash jeans and a fucking, denim jacket. And it's so cool. I love Ryan's style. I think that Dorky is cute. I think that he's so hot. So he has, like, that cool, geeky personality. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cool geek. I guess I can't explain it. Just like a nerd at heart. But, like, okay, we'll just say nerd at heart. And we'll just say that 80s nerd at heart. Because that's what I am. And I just feel like he's fun. They have a good time. And Jen's in love with him. Jen left her husband for him. Jen's husband said, I emotionally abandoned her. It's not her fault. She did not cheat on me. And whatever. They fell in love. And Tamara hates the fact that her friend Heather, I think her name was Heather, was trying, I guess, was in love with Ryan or something. It was trying to say that Ryan was cheating on Jen at first. Remember, that's another thing. They came into the show, right? As Tamara's friend, but Tamara had treated Jen like shit since day one. And Tamara goes, oh, well, we weren't in a good place when I said that shit to you, Jen, 2 years ago when I tried to do a background check on Ryan. I did or didn't. The intent was there. Just because you couldn't didn't mean you weren't trying. Tamara's missing this whole thing. Your intent to do these things is the fucking problem. Just because you fail at it or you don't succeed, you still tried to do it. And you still fucking, like, that's like, attempted murder is just as bad as murder, Just because you didn't end up doing it, you failed at your job, you still tried to do that job. You know what I mean? So, Tamara, you literally came into the show saying and doing all these things about her, and they go, fucking looking shit about Ryan. Why were you doing that when she first got on the show? We weren't in a good place. You were in a good place because of you. You made them not in a good place. She didn't know you weren't in a good place. You made that way. Like, you went after her the entire time. You have not stopped going after Jen. Like, get away from her. Literally, you're like a psycho, Tamara. You're like a sick dog. Like, get away from me. Like, I'm being Jen. Like, and Shannon too. Get away from me. Get away from my life. You're a toxic human. You're a toxic friend. You sold your soul to the Bravo Devil. And it's like, okay, once you sell your soul, like Teddy did, like you refuse to be fired. You refuse to be canceled. You won't get off the show. Like, you were a Hail Mary at best. And I feel like it worked for maybe a little bit, but it didn't because you failed too. Because the showrunners first season wanted her to go after fucking Heather, and she was scared. So she sent Taylor after, and Taylor failed because Taylor's a drunk wino, a pillhead wino. You know what I mean? She failed. It's like, oh God. And Tamara's been drunk too many times and has done so many things for her to ever say anything about Shannon. And just because we were in a good place, even if you weren't in a good place, why are you running background checks on me, people? You weirdo. I only do that shit to see if you guys are lying to me. I might go on her and Eddie because according to Tamara, she makes more than $16 million a month. I'm sorry, Eddie, being a weed dealer, makes more than $16 million a month. I make more in a month than you stole from Otania, blah, blah, blah. It's like 16 million. That was the number, right? IRS, let's call the IRS. Is there a California IRS or something? Mr. IRS person. Does Tamara Judge fucking claim 16 million a month? Because this episode here, she claims that she makes that month. She makes that much. So you might as well go fucking audit that bitch. Audit her businesses, her weed business, and see if she makes 16 million a month. And tell you about it. Because who the fuck, like, who, and again, who says that shit? If you make that much money, Tamara, I use a weed dealer, literally get off the show. We don't want you. Like, I don't get it. Relevancy. You have a podcast, okay? She's a disgrace. Heather's a disgrace, though. She's a disgrace human. A disgrace. Like, I think Andy's gonna be like, ooh, Heather, that's weird. Did you see how at the end where she went up to Katie and said, "Oh, I was never gonna bring up your kids." Basically throwing fucking brought up the kids. Emily and Heather. Throwing Emily onto the bus like that. Like, oh my God, Heather, you're horrible. She said, you know what? Because she said, if I can't beat him, I might as well join him. And she joined the Mean Girls Club, and it's like, it doesn't work. You know, Heather's a good mean girl, but you know, some people just aren't. You know, like Teddy's not a mean girl because it looked stupid when she tried to do it to Denise. You know, Heather's a mean girl, but she's not that like she could not come up with like good things. Like Heather had nothing. That's what I forgot about Heather and Shannon. So the whole thing with the fucking picture. Heather, where in your sick head do you not understand what she's trying to say? All this shit, Heather, she went to you because you wanted to repair your friendship with her. You wanted to trust her. You wanted to be friends again, right? So she's upset that night because her friend's calling her a liar and a drunk, and she's her vacation, and you know, and you're telling her she can't drink, and she goes to you because she's upset, and she's like, you know, something happened that night, and she shows Heather the picture. Heather's like, oh my God, Shannon, oh Shannon. And that's the right response, right? It's like, you know, I didn't want to say it. I don't know why we had to say it. That was scary. And, you know, she had a broken arm and she had a lot of injuries, okay? That wasn't just one little, I don't know how hard. It didn't seem like she hit that hard. So I don't know how she got so many injuries, but she had a broken arm and bloody face and wrist and ankles and cuts and bruises. And it's like, and Archie was taking the Johns. The cops see Archie and taking the Johns because she was in the accident. And she had Archie. She had to go get arrested or whatever. So he did. I'm sure the cops told John exactly why they were bringing Archie there. What, are you going to just drop off the dog and not tell him how you found him or how you got him? He heard that. He had to hear her hit that house. And he tried to say he wouldn't put out any footage about her because, you know, he tried to extort her. And actually, she'd have to pay him back after that because when somebody is suing you and you offer them the money and they don't take it, then you're done. You don't have to ask again. And you see the Alexis is like, and we sued you, and Shannon's like, well, I fucking won, asshole. Like, go Shannon. But what part was I just saying? Oh, Christmas shopping. Go Christmas shopping. I'm still waiting for my friggin'. I didn't get my Anchor rebate check. Anybody get their Anchor rebate yet? I'm waiting for my Anchor rebate check. To do some stuff. I love you guys. What time is it? I don't know what time is it. All right, so I made Salt Lake for 2. I'm going to make it for 2:15 to get my 2:15 to get my notes together. My 3 sets of notes. My mirror. You're so cute. She sent me the notes for Salt Lake, and she did like 5 episodes. She did it for episode 5. I was like, oh shit, hon, Ron, thank you. I love you so much. We're on episode 9, and I can do them easily. I'll show you where I get them from and how I do them. But you, I don't know if you sent them again, but I have mine, and so yeah, you did. You're so awesome. I love you. Oh, the episode of me and Danny Gossip Girl for her podcast. I'm gonna send it to you right now. Can you guys link it? Will you link it in here for them? I'm going to send it to you in Instagram. All you have to do is just forward it. See if you can get it. And maybe you can. If you can, you can. If not, I'm going to send you just so it's over there, and I can send it to everyone. But oh wait, no, there's just pictures. Oh, okay. We'll have to go to her thing. There's just pictures. Oh, she like made a little thing for her. Oh, look at our cover. It's so cute. It's so cute. We gotta look at it. Oh, it's exciting. Okay. Influencer TV. So, oh yeah. That was probably her face, big time. Yeah, it's like Emily is an asshole. Like Emily just, I don't know what she's doing. She's thirsty, maybe. I don't know what to call it. Thirsty, desperate. I don't know. she's just being so fucked up. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess she's desperate. I guess she called desperate. I don't know. Thinks she's losing. I don't know. Like, losing her spot. Like, I don't really want her. I don't want Emily back. I just call them freaking frack. Like, not even freaking frack. Like, that's kind of a. That's more of a I don't know, like a insult. I don't know. Like freaking frack. Laverne and Shirley. I don't want them to come back though, but they have to. Oh, and Gina. Did you hear Gina again? Oh my God, that's the other thing about Katie. She said about like owning her house. I was like, what the Gina? Why are you again? You are literally telling other people. You're telling the whole world your client's business. She did it with Jen, and then says Jen's the reason her contacts don't call her back in the business. You're talking about your fucking client's business. Like, what they lied to you about their this or that. Like, you told me you own this. That's not no. Like, that you're not Gina. Like, this is why you only close one house in a year, because you literally do this shit. Like, you did it to Jen on camera, and then you blamed her for the people not calling you back, telling everybody how she didn't pay her bills, and I did something special for her, and she doesn't have credit. And she fucked me over, and now that he's not calling you back, she's not calling you back because you're talking about your client. Can somebody tell her this, please? Like, why do you keep saying that it's everybody else's fault? That's my new job, Katie. And I love how she goes from her New York accent to like her Valley Girl accent back to her New York accent. It's like, Jesus, Gina. And and the stuff like, oh yeah, Travis. Like, I did not push Travis down the steps. That's not true. Okay, well, yeah, there was some toxic shit going on with his ex. Why don't you just tell us that? For you to tell us, it's because you can do better than him, and you're coming up, and you want to be able to go on vacations. And if you can't take all the kids, or you want to take your kids, but then you got to take his kids too. Oh God, and we don't have enough money for that. Well, then don't fucking go. Then you pick something else cheaper. Don't, like, my dad, my stepdad, and my mom got together. We were so little. There's 5 of us, or 4 of us. We were so young. They didn't have all the money in the world. Like, we didn't go on vacations. Like, we drove to free places. Yeah, we live at the Jersey Shore. That's easy. But like, literally, I will check in. I am getting them. Yeah, I just don't have them showing because I stopped. Somebody else did it too. Like, oh, I don't know. I feel like it's just like, people see her. I don't know. I'm always trying to. People always compete for. But no, I'm getting them, but I'm getting them on the inside. As I say, yeah, like, I just feel the bullying. What was I saying about Katie? Oh, about her owning her house, and you said she owned it, and you said you didn't, and she owned it, and then you didn't live. And it's like, but you did buy a new house because this is the house you live. Why do you know all this shit? You don't like the girl. Why do you know so much about her? Because Heather says to Andy at the very beginning of the show, oh, I just don't like all this looking things up on people. Oh, it's so hard. This whole looking things up on people. And Andy's like, yeah, I know. And here yous are. You know all this fucking information. Oh, it's on the internet. It's on the internet. You're not one of us. You're not one of us. You don't get to say we talk about it because it's on the internet. You guys are on a group of your group of girlfriends who are not gossipers or not podcasters. Yeah, you need to have some dirt, but like, the dirt that you're bringing to the reunion is like, we don't even know this shit. And you're like grasping it. Sounds it's very desperate to bring it to the reunion. I probably have a lot. My lives never show. My likes don't show at all ever. Not even when I have them shut off. And then I'm getting them, but I have them so you don't see them. Yeah. Not because I'm embarrassed. I don't get a lot of them. It's just, I do. It's just like, I don't know. I feel like I don't want people to be in competition. And it's like one of those things where if I can turn it off, I might as well just turn it off, And it's just so that people see the email, I know there's a lot of people watching. It's all Twitter people too. You guys on Twitter. Instagram too. I forgot they all show up over here, but it's awesome though. Hey, listen, honey, and all you guys over there. So yeah, we're gonna do Salt Lake at 2:15, which is a half hour from now. And I'm not gonna be able to get the link and put it in there, so hopefully you can. And then Danny Gossip Girl, go to her channel, please, and check us out. And Jacqueline, did I meet you yesterday, or are you just over here from just meeting us? No. I'm just asking. I was wondering, because yesterday Bravo, I put my link in that Bravo chat. The live chat was going, and Bravo was in it too. Somebody from Bravo was at, we were going back and forth. We were messaging back and forth. And the people, and then the Bravo was stepping in, and I was like, Bravo, by the way, I was like, cease and desist. And I was like, I'm so fucking mad at you guys. We're on a friendship break. And they put like a sad face. It was funny. I was like, this is Alex Baskin Robbins, isn't it? I kept asking I'm like, I would like to speak to Alex Baskin Robbins, please. And then the Bravo people would come on, and it would be like a little eyes, and I'm like, you motherfucker, we got a problem. We are no longer friends. Cease and desist, Monica. I was going, and it was funny, and they were like responding. It was so cool. And then I met a bunch of girls in there. There were a bunch of people in there that all like to talk about Bravo. And I was like, oh, by the way, Bravo, can I put my link? And they're like, no self-promotion. And I had already done it. But I was hoping that you guys could like find me anyway, because I was like, I don't want to. None of us were like, we don't want to get out of here. This is so much fun. I'm like, I know, I like doing it. I'm like, this is crazy. I do this on 3 days a week, and here I am doing it here. But yeah, I thought it was cool. But yeah, no, hit the likes. Definitely hit them. Oh, yeah. Maybe I think yeah. I just yeah, I just have them shut off. Like I get them, but no, they're definitely good because it helps the algorithm. But I think Heather McDonald has hers turned off. Like she's like, people should. Honestly, I would take the whole like button thing away if I were people, because people feel like they're competition, and I've always felt like a loser. You know what I mean? But yeah. So, but yeah, what's that? Salt Lake. So come back. Can you get me the link for Salt Lake? Maybe are we put in here for me? I know. Why was Sutton kept coming up too? Like Sutton, I don't like how Sutton did like talk shit on Katie, kind of. You know what I mean? Like all this stuff. Oh, Sutton told me. It's like, oh, now your friend Sutton's talking shit on you. It's like, wow. And and honestly, Katie shouldn't even look at these people like they're friends, because they're not. None of these girls are friends. It's a shame, because when they do form actual friendships, that's what we like to see. And I don't know. It's like, you know what? Monica came into Salt Lake with her own bag of shit. You know what I mean? She had a bunch of shit a bunch of like shit with her ex or Mike or whatever he is now, or new, and then all this stuff. And like Monica's like, that's what the shit that we wanted back. We didn't want them to have fighting with each other. And we're so used to it now that it's like they think they have to fight with each other. And like the same thing with Teresa. Teresa literally thought that she still had to go after her. Like, you didn't remember what she did? She didn't think she was delusional, but like, I don't know. I know I like to check the ratings too. I think the ratings for last night were probably good. I don't know. I mean, they'll have to check it today too, because today people will start looking again or watching, the streaming part, because the numbers. Did you see what happened with Roni? Oh my God, Roni's viewership in 2 weeks went from in the 500s down to the 200s. After Sag Harbor episodes, it went downhill fast. I think it's about to get canceled. I know that Dubai's on pause or canceled, but anybody know why Dubai got canceled? I know he says pause, but I'm going to call it cancel. I tried to get Bravo to tell me about Teresa too. I was like, I know you're fired. I was like, don't you dare punish the whole class for 2 clowns, Bravo. And they were laughing. They put like a smiling, laughing emoji. I was like, don't do it. I said, because we have house husbands that we need that make you guys a lot of money and people want to see. And they're like, and the person, whoever it is behind the Bravo button, we'll say behind the curtain, was like, I'm listening, or like, I'm hearing what you're saying. So then everybody else was like chiming in. I was like, don't you guys care what we think? And whoever's behind the Bravo button was like, yes, we care. I'm listening. I'm like, don't punish the whole class, please. You have I knew you hired 2.5 more people. Please get rid of the other 2.5. I'm here. I understand. I live here. I've been fucked over by the best of them. Please get rid of her. She's gone. You know what I mean? You have to. We're not happy. And they really have been. But yeah. So if you can get I told you guys, the likes aren't going to show. Hit the like button, but they're not going to show. It does help. No, it helps the algorithm still goes. The algorithm still sees them. Everybody sees them but us. They're there, but the algorithm sees them. It's fine. Yeah. The algorithm sees all of it. I just don't have them showing. It's an option that they have. Yeah, you don't have to have them up there, but like, yeah, I mean, appreciate it. I told her, don't worry about it. Can you get the link for Salt Lake for me? Wait, maybe I can go. No, I have to get out of here. I'd have to back out. No, I don't want to back out. Yeah, get the link. Can you prep before I back out? I end this so you guys can go over there in like a half hour. I can't get the link. It won't let me open it with my phone. So, but if you can't, it's okay. Huh? Nobody's right or wrong. Heather's definitely up Tamra's ass. I don't know why. Somebody said that Tamra has like shit on her or something. Like I don't. Heather's not the one. I don't think to let you have shit on her. You know what I mean? Like I feel like Heather will get rid of that shit or like buy it or do something. You know what I mean? Yeah, you guys always support me, but you hit the like buttons. Keep doing everything you're doing. Still tell everybody to hit the like button. Just because you don't see it, it's still there. It's just the number's not showing up the amount. You know what I mean? But yeah, I've been looking at them. I'm getting a lot. Like you guys are doing good. Like I appreciate everybody's like awesome. But yeah, Mamir, can you please get the link if you can, or somebody get the link for her, please for me. Yeah. All right, guys. I guess if you the link should be over. It's on my YouTube. Sorry, I was trying. I'm not gonna be able to. I have to end the live. I won't be able to do it. Oh my god, 222, right? It looks like I'm so blind. All right, guys, over on Twitter too. I appreciate you. I love you guys so much. Can you please come over in a half hour? I'm gonna make it 2:15. And the link, I wanted the link to be in here. It might be there. Maybe I just don't see it. Yeah, Dubai's paused. She's active. Wow, she's volunteering. She must not need the money. I mean, she makes money over here on the show. You know what I mean? But I guess they don't need the money. I'm surprised that Dubai's canceled. But yeah. So Salt Lake, we're trying to talk about it. The link maybe you did put it in here for me now. Well, if you get a chance, I'm going to end it. It's not going to put there. But mine it won't let me open it while I'm live. So, all right, guys, I'm sorry, but I will see you over in Salt Lake, hopefully, please. And everybody watching, and you guys are leaving me, but come over to Salt Lake in a half hour. Okay, love you guys. Everybody, please come back in a half hour, 2:15. I'll get next time. I got to start putting the link in here. Yeah, it definitely shows up. Thank you. And the algorithm, everything, it's perfect. It'll definitely show up, and it helps. Like you guys know, the likes and the shares are what makes it, and the comments are what makes it, be pushed for me. All right, I'll see you over there. Please like, comment, subscribe, everybody on Facebook, Instagram, all that.